Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Houndoom-EX and Mill. So basically, what happened was last week I put out a video, my top 5 decks I had picked for Expanded, and I had Houndoom in the thumbnail. I did not necessarily mean for that to be clickbait so that people would be like, oh, I want to see what this amazing Houndoom deck is and go for it and click on the video. I did that because I like Houndoom. I thought it was a really cool looking card. I said this will give my thumbnail just a little bit more flair. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't necessarily mean for y'all to be like looking for a Houndoom deck. But this has inspired me to make a list on Houndoom-EX using its Melting Horn ability to discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Now with Turbo Dark, Rayquaza, Zoroark and stuff like that running around, they're going to be running their deck really thin. So the goal is to mill them out just as quick as possible. So hopefully they'll run through their deck trying to set up with energies and stuff, and you just start milling them over and over and over while hopefully denying them prizes and energies on top of that. So first of all, if you haven't ever watched my videos or this is the first time joining, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Even if you've been here and you've seen me a few times, hit that subscribe button, that notification button, and leave me a comment in the description. What do you think of the deck? What would you change? Now let's keep in mind, I am not very good at mill decks. I'm more of a straightforward attacker. I don't do good at stall or mill or anything like that. But let's get into this. So Houndoom-EX run 4 of these, of course, and we use this first attack for 1 fire, discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Now hopefully they've already milled their deck for you, so they've already got it down to at least half gone or more is what I would go for, and you're able to just start knocking off those cards and hopefully hitting something very important and just knocking them out of cards right away. We also play one of these roadblock Sudowoodus. Now this is for helping slow down like Turbo Dark, Rayquaza, Zoroark with Skyfield and stuff like that. This allows them to only have 4 on their bench. Now they might want to go take the chance to chase this thing down and knock it out so they can have more on the bench, which is good for you because that means they're taking 1 less prize instead of knocking out a Houndoom. We're also going to play the Trash Lance Garbodor. This allows you to, it knocks out abilities on all Pokemon. So this would shut down your roadblock, but the alternative is it shuts down all of the abilities on like Zoroark, Turbo Dark, Rayquaza, stuff like that. This of course only works if there's a tool attached, but hey, that's not too hard to get going. 3 battle compressors, because sometimes you need to get things into the discard that you just want, so you can draw out with Professor Sycamore or with Cynthia and Caitlin. So we put that in there for things to discard, mainly supporters and stuff like that. It'll help you thin just a little bit. Play 3 Crushing Hammer, flip heads. Flip a coin of heads, you get to discard an energy from your opponent. So basically you're allowing you to get rid of double colorless, double dragon, stuff like that should be seeing a lot of play in Expanded. Same thing goes for Enhanced Hammer, only you don't have to flip a coin, you just get to flat out and get rid of that special energy card. Super good card there. Play Force Nest Ball, since mostly what we're running in here is basics. Our main deal is the Houndoom, so we're just searching for him. No reason to have an Ultra Ball or anything like that. For Trainers Mail, this will allow us to look at the top 4 cards of our deck and grab anything important in there that you might find. It's Jirachi, but with 1 less card and on an item card. We also play 2 Ultra Ball because searching out that Garbodor is impossible with Nest Ball. We don't want to just leave it all to drawing into it, so we do play 2 Ultra Ball. 3 versus Seeker, being able to get those supporters back out of the discard is really important. I can see bumping this up to 4. Like I said, I'm not very good at mill, so if you guys are more versed in this, you already have deck lists built or whatever, let me know. Just post them down there in the comments, and I can modify this as I go. We play 2 Parallel City for the same reason we play the Roadblock. This cuts your opponent down to only having 3 on the bench, and this -20 doesn't really affect us much since we don't plan on attacking anyway. All we want to be doing is hitting that 1 energy attack at the top and milling 2. Play 2 Silent Labs because this gets rid of all abilities in the play, in discard pile, wherever it's at, it gets rid of the abilities. So this is also, you can see the theme here. The whole goal of the deck is to lock them out of energies, lock them out of abilities, and then start milling them for everything they're worth. We have 2 Acerolas because if they don't get that 1-hit knockout, it'll just play an Acerola, pick it right back up off the field, promote another, attach, and start swinging right away. 1 AZ because sometimes you need to get things out of the active that doesn't have damage on it, so you can just AZ, pick it up, discard the rest that's attached to it, and put it back down on the field, whatever you need to do. 1 Cynthia because I'm shuffling your deck and drawing 6 is better than discarding your hand and drawing 7. to Cynthia and Caitlin. This is put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. You cannot choose Cynthia or Caitlin. When you play this card, you get to discard another card and draw 3. Not necessarily the best draw power, but being able to get another supporter card out of your discard is amazing. Those next turn setups are just awesome. And then you can use Versus Seeker to get this back. One Guzma, sometimes switching is the best way to win the game. You know, if you can pull up one of their Pokemon and lock them out of the game. Maybe not lock them out of the game, but just stall for a few turns. They're not able to get a Guzma or Float Stone or something like that. 3 Lillie, because it's still the best turn 1 supporter in the game, allowing you to draw up to 8 cards in your hand. Hopefully that is the goal anyway. 1 Mars, drawing 2 cards and discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Just a little bit of hand disruption. Maybe you get rid of something good. That would be amazing. 2, Professor Sycamore, being able to discard your hand and draw 7 is always a good thing. Being able to just blow through those cards just as fast as you need to. 1, Team Skull Grunt, the opponent reveals their hand, discard 2 energy cards from it. So there goes that energy denial again. I could see dropping, now that I'm looking at this, dropping an Acerola down 1. And adding, you know, just dropping a couple supporters here that's a little bit thick on the supporter line, I think. So maybe dropping a few supporters down to 1, like the Acerola. You're not necessarily going to need that. I don't know what I would add. Maybe another hammer, you know, something like that. But I can see some changes here that I'm looking at that I could see could need to be made. Also, we have 2 Fighting Fury Belt. Gives my Houndooms 40 more HP. Now, they also give them 10 more damage, but that's not really relevant. I mean, maybe there's points where you can attack. You can attach fire energies, of course, and do that. But mainly, we're going to be using these for the 40 HP and slapping them on the Garbodor to give it that item lock ability. Also, 2 Float Stones. These, of course, will go on to the Garbodor permanently for the item lock and being able to, you know, rotate your Pokemon in and out as you need to with that no retreat cost. And finally, we place 7 fire energies. Now, this may also be a little bit steep since we are playing, you know, mill. We don't necessarily need a ton of energy. So I can see dropping an Acerola, dropping a fire energy, and then going in here and adding a Viridian Forest. Maybe even 2. That's 6 stadiums. You don't really need 6 stadiums. So, you know, maybe that's a little bit much. Maybe come down here and add in another Mars, something like that, something for a little bit more hand disruption. Now, I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really a professional when it comes to mill. This is not a style of deck I play, but I thought I'd put this out here because you guys were posting on Hey Fonty and stuff like that about Houndoom not being in there, and that's what y'all came for. And I didn't want to, you know, necessarily disappoint you guys, and that wasn't necessarily meant to be a, you know, like a catch post. I mean, I put it up there because it's a good looking card and I like it, but it wasn't necessarily to draw y'all in specifically for Houndoom-EX. I didn't realize it was that popular of a card, I guess. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time.